everybody, it's Christine. Happy Easter. I am joining you today with a new layout for Stuck Sketches with their newest sketch that came out on April 15th. And since it's the day before Easter, of course, I decided I was going to go ahead and do an Easter layout. I am using Doodlebug Designs Bunnyville collection. This was their Easter collection from the spring of 2016, and I still had some pieces from it, so I decided to go ahead and get another Easter layout knocked out. So on this one, I'm using a variety of patterned papers from that collection. First off, I started with my base, which is a white sheet and it has some gray grid lines on it. That is actually not from this collection, but it is a Doodlebug piece nonetheless. And then these patterned papers that you're seeing now, the jelly bean patterned paper and the orange one and the green one, those are all from this collection. The jelly bean one is super cute, but very busy, so I wanted to include it, but I also wanted to mute it a little bit and not give it a huge part on the layout. And then I used my die cut machine to cut out those orange ones to look like marquee. I think that's the right word. Sorry if it's not. Gave it a shape. The sketch, as you could see, has like banner pieces, and so I went with a marquee shape instead of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some little die cut pieces that came with the collection. Some carrots, some eggs, some cute little critters. All of these I'm using either my Easy Runner from Scrapbook Adhesives, or I'm going to use some foam squares from Scrapbook Adhesives. They make foam squares in a couple different sizes, and so I am using, depending on how big the element is, using either their regular size foam squares or some of their smaller ones. And if I don't want them to have dimension, I'm just using the regular tape runner because I don't want everything to be sticking up. I'm also going to add in some cute little critters because it's Doodlebug and they make the cutest little critters. So of course I'm going to utilize those. I am adding first just this little chick, and they had a girl chick that you can see off on the side there with a little bow, and since it's just a layout about my son, I decided I just wanted the boy chick, and so I put him down there underneath the title. Now, one thing you're also going to notice is that this title is going to disappear in the end. I was trying to adjust some things and I ended up tearing a piece, so I had to switch out the title. So when you see the end piece, don't be surprised when the Easter word is gone and there's something else there. Little scrapbooking accident. You make do with what happens, so right? So I'm adding on this bottom row now. I love this element of the sketch because I think it really just takes it from a clean and simple sketch to a little more detailed, and I love that about Laura's sketches. You can get some extra detail in there beyond just the clean and simple. I used a couple of fancy frill borders from Doodlebug there, and then I am going to cut out this little stack of characters and add it onto there. The stack was actually even taller, but that didn't work with the sketch or with where my picture was, and so I decided to cut it off, and I'm using the egg and the bird in a different spot right up there at the top, and that actually worked really good because I needed something else up there, and it allowed me to have characters, as you can see, in kind of a triangle surrounding the picture, helping to draw the eye in, and you know, working in threes and all those design elements that we kind of aim for as we're creating. Next thing I'm adding in is some little jelly bean stickers. These came with the sticker icon page, and I love that they add just a little bit something different from you know, enamel dots or whatever, which of course I bring in enamel dots in a little bit too. And there's my little son. He came in to help and kind of made me laugh, so I decided not to edit him out, checking things out, and then he just scoots back out on his way. So those jelly beans I'm spreading out all over the place in those 3 different areas, and then I'm also going to add in a little bit of words down below. And then I'm going to bring in some enamel dots, mostly because I wanted to add in another texture throughout. I felt like it was all very papery, and enamel dots are really good for doing that. So these are just some green sprinkles that come from Doodlebug again. You know, it's totally up to each individual whether they like to add in extra little details or not. I tend to go to adding in those sprinkles just because I like what they add to each of my layouts. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add on some splatters using a golden yellow mist, and I'm just going to add those all over to, again, add in another little thing that just completes the layout. Thanks so much for joining me today. You can check out that layout and the sketch at the very end of this video, and I will be back again soon with more layouts. Enjoy this Easter weekend with your family.